name is Jamie Aaron, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you how to play a little counterpoint exercise that's inspired by the intro to Otis Redding's version of Try a Little Tenderness. Now this intro on the original Stax recording features tenor saxophone and trumpet playing this beautiful line setting up the tune. And I was learning this for a gig recently and was writing out the horn parts for the horn players when I thought, hey, this would be really kind of cool to play on the guitar. It's just two voices, and it involves something called counterpoint, which is the idea that we have two melodies going at the same time. Sometimes they hit at the same time. Sometimes the rhythms crisscross. One is a higher melody, one is a lower melody. And so if you play this part on guitar, it really sounds like two guitars playing at once. So I'm going to show you how I'm playing it on the guitar. So we have two melodies. The trumpet melody goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's the saxophone melody. So to get these two to happen at the exact same time, have to really take a look at where it's possible to play these melodies on the neck. So here's how I figured it out. I'll play it one time and then I'll walk you through it. It's very classically influenced, and it's a great way to set up the tune. And this is something as a guitar player you can use to practice counterpoint. Also, if you have to play the song on a gig and there's no horn section, you can play this iconic part that a lot of people recognize as the intro to Try a Little Tenderness. The first note for both instruments is a D, but they're an octave apart. So I play this D octave. Here's my D, 3rd string, 7th fret, and my D at the 10th fret on the 1st string. Now this top note sustains for 2 beats. So what I'm going to do is go to that C, the 2nd note, with my 3rd finger on the 10th fret of the 4th string, while keeping my pinky on the 10th fret of the 1st string, sustaining it. Now the next set of notes is a B in octaves. So I'm playing this B with my pinky on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, and another B on the 9th fret of the 4th string. So all together. And you'll notice to make that little pivot, I bring in my 1st finger to that B, and my pinky swaps around here to get me another octave shape. For the next set of notes, both notes move. This B moves down to an A, and this upper B moves to an E. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the A here on the 5th string, 12th fret, so my pinky can play this E on the 12th fret of the 1st string. Here it is slow. And you can hear in the low instrument and the top voice. So the next phrase keeps this high D on the 10th fret of the E string sustained. Well, we get this G, A, G in the low voice. And I'm playing the G here at the 10th fret on the 5th string to the A that's on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So that D is going to sustain for 2 beats. The G and the A are going to play while the D sustains. And then the melody top voice moves to a B, so I'm going to slide my pinky down to the 7th fret of the E string. And then I'm going to swap in my 1st finger for the G at the 5th fret of the 4th string. So we get this nice little 10th interval, G and a B on top. And the key here, these two notes are so close together that you really need to arch your fingers so you can get them both to play. Of course, it'd be easy just to do that, but when you have a D in the high voice on the 10th fret with your pinky, it's a lot easier to just So just keep your finger arched so it doesn't mute one of the other strings. Now here's a cool little part of the phrase. We get this D sharp and an A. So the A is being played by first finger on the 5th fret, and your middle finger is going to play a D sharp here at the 6th fret on the A string. Then I'm going to move this entire thing to my first finger on the E, 2nd fret of the D string, and my second finger is going to be playing the G on the 3rd fret of the high E string. So I just moved from this shape. It's a bit of a stretch. And now there's going to be some movement in our lower voice. So this G on top with your middle finger is going to sustain. So we're going to go E and F sharp. Well, that G is ringing. And then we're going to attack both E and G together, 4th string and 1st string. So this little bar. And then this E is going to become a D while this G still remains. So in this bar, the G, these are half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our lower voice is playing quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's just this bar isolated. Then I go ahead and fill out a full chord here. An A over C sharp, just like an A chord, C sharp in the bass, but the melody note is an E. So I put an E on top to a D7 to a G chord, and that starts the top of the form where the vocals come in. For this D7, you could also do a D augmented. So the whole thing sounds like this. I'll play it slowly. So as far as the right hand goes, you could play the entire thing with your fingers. Or you could use hybrid picking, where the low voice is going to get the pick and the high voice is going to get your 3rd finger. Either one is fine. One bit of practice advice I'd give you is don't try to take on this whole thing, but just isolate one little phrase at a time. And just loop that bar over and over. Plot out each finger, each voice. And when that feels good, then add the next bar. It might even be that you're looping just 1 or 2 notes at a time. But take it slow and just isolate each part. Thank you for watching this lesson. I hope it was helpful. This is a great little tool to use. Try it with other melodies. Try coming up with some different ideas. It's great for intros, for endings, and for solo guitar. Please click like, subscribe, and follow for more lesson videos. Once again, my name is Jamie Arrett. Thank you for watching.